Welcome back. You're watching India's most admired and trusted brands, a series that gives us an insight into the journey of some of the most prestigious brands of India. It's now time to take a look at the inspiring journey of Bizongo.
The packaging industry in India is a booming business that is largely riddled by issues such as quality breaches, large capital cycles, and lack of standardization. Bizongo is a company that has disrupted the fragmented packaging market in India with technology. Founded in 2015 by 3 IIT graduates, the company uses technology to help businesses produce and source sustainable packaging. As a B2B marketplace for packaging materials, Bizongo serves more than 350 brands in India across several industries such as food and beverage, FMCG, retail and wholesale, consumer durables, automobile and e-commerce. The key to Bizongo's success is improved productivity and increased revenues for packaging manufacturers in India, along with solutions for SMEs. With a strong foothold in the current Indian market, Bizongo now plans to enter the international markets of USA, Middle East and Southeast Asia.
What is the infrastructure of Bizongo like?
We are a technology-first company, right? We're a technology-first packaging company. So most of our technology infrastructure is online. It's mostly in the cloud. Most of our products, that's how we, set them up. But in terms of our physical infrastructure, we have 3 offices across Gurgaon, Mumbai, and Bangalore, with around upwards of 250 people in Mumbai and 70 odd people in both Bangalore as well as Gurgaon.
So Ankit, being the CTO of Bizongo, we really want to know how you've brought design and technology to catalyze positive change in the company.
Our vision has always been about bringing creativity and technology together to impact this industry. Overall, the vision has always been to be able to help businesses in this way, right? Most of our products, as we say, are in the design, development and procurement domain, right? So we start with the design of packaging. When you start with a design of packaging, we make sure that at any given point of time, our processes or anything that we follow is the most efficient process online, right? We bring all of our process from while we are designing to while we are being creative or even while we are doing the development part of packaging online. That makes it much more technology driven, that makes it much more efficient. Like we have our own design lab, we have our own development lab as well, where we make sure that material innovation to design innovation is done in a technology first way. So that makes sure that in the entire company, having that mindset of creativity and technology, it in essence catalyzes the entire growth. It in essence makes sure that everybody is thinking from that perspective. So and we also use all of our tools in-house, right? Anything that we use for any of the processes or anything that we do, all of this is built by our technology teams, right? So that makes sure that there is that technology first mindset, but at the same time, bringing creativity and technology together to have a positive change.
Right. Now we've established that it's technology first all the way, but can you speak a little more about connected technology platforms?
Our idea has always been able to impact the overall packaging industry by building a set of connected platforms. So what I mean by that is, in packaging, when you start a workflow or when you start the life cycle of a packaging, it starts with design, where you first design the packaging. You design the graphics of the packaging, you design how the packaging is going to look like. For example, if you take like a Bisleri bottle, the bottle's shape as well as the label on the packaging is designed first. Then you go ahead and decide what will be the material of that packaging. When I say what will be the material of that packaging, it means whether it will be a plastic bottle, it will be a glass bottle, it can be anything of that sort. And then you go on to the procurement of that packaging, which means that where will all of those bottles go across the country. So what we've built is a set of connected platforms starting from designing of the packaging, where you can come online, you can actually work with our teams, with our in-house teams as well as external teams to figure out what should be your brand's story, right? What should be that story which your packaging should tell, right? Then you go on to our development teams who decide what the material should be, how the packaging should look, what exact specifications of that product should be. And then we take you to our online platform, which is Artwork Flow, where you can can get the entire approval cycle online, which means that internally, in general, when a packaging is created, there are a lot of regulations, right? You need to have certain things on your packaging. You can do all of that online. As a brand manager, to your packaging development guys, to your procurement guys, all of them are online, and they can run their entire approval cycle online with your artwork, with our teams, artwork agencies, etc. And then you move on to our Procure Live platform, where the entire procurement is handled. The main point of Procure Live is to give you visibility, to be able to give you that exact visibility of when each unit of your material is arriving in any of your warehouses across the country. So that makes sure that you can just sit at your office and be able to have that visibility across the country of each of your warehouses, where each of your material is reaching when. If there are any delays, if there are any escalations, all of that you can just see it on an online platform. So that makes it a set of connected platforms, from design to artwork flow to Procure Live, where you can start from the brand and end at procurement, so that makes your life easier.
What are the core values of the company?
So at Bizongo, we believe in bringing very diverse set of people with very various background and skill sets together. And we want these people to inherit values like collaboration, upscaling, leadership and transparency when they come into Bizongo's culture.
Tell us more about this Bizongo culture that you just spoke about.
So what we expect that when we bring diverse set of people together, if you create an environment where they can all learn from each other, they can collaborate with each other, and they can have that learning in a very, very transparent way, that's when we see people performing to their best potential and enjoying their time at a company.
Sachin, right at the top of the Bizongo family, there's you, there's Ankit, there's Aniket. How do you three gel, and who handles what, and how does this work?
Me and Aniket happen to be batchmate from IIT Bombay. We know each other from last 8 years now. So when we got out of college, when we were doing our previous jobs, we thought of this idea and we came together to build a B2B e-commerce technology company. After that, we met Ankit through a common friend, and when we came together, all of us had that vision to build something very, very interesting in B2B e-commerce technology space. So from that perspective, our thought process and vision were pretty much aligned, but in terms of our skill sets, those were like very, very different from a personality point of view, and from a thought process point of view, we used to think in a very, very different way. And I think that has really helped us to bring all of us, which brings all of us together, and we are able to provide different perspective on different things, different ideas and different subjects, and that really helps us gel with each other and enjoy that journey that we have had in the last 3-4 years.
Could you talk about Bizongo's commitment towards having a packaging fraternity that's sustainable?
Yeah, so sustainability is a big thing when it comes to packaging specifically, and sustainability, we want to look at it in two ways. One is a short to medium term thing, and one is a very, very long term thing. So in the short to medium term thing, what we believe that if you design the packaging right, if you optimize the material through right structure and right form of packaging, that's when you are moving towards sustainability. So first thing is optimizing the material right, and in the long term, sustainability is actually about bringing more and more recyclability into the ecosystem. So what packaging that we are using, how we can reuse it more, and how we can recycle that packaging is what really would make the entire ecosystem more and more sustainable.
Just tell us a bit about the brand's journey.
It feels extremely great that the company that we started 3 years back almost has been it's at the position that it is now. From a growth trajectory perspective, I would say that we were very empathetic towards Indian businesses and SMEs. Right. So we felt that, hey, China is growing, hey, US is growing, why don't we guys deserve a chance, right? So, and extremely thankful to the brands like Flipkarts and Amazons of the world which have come to India and really killed it in the consumer space. So we thought that, hey, why not businesses, right? Businesses deserve a chance, they deserve good technology, good products. So that's where the idea essentially came from. And ultimately we cater to the packaging industry as of today, an industry which is kind of spread towards every other industry in general, going to probably food, FMCG, pharmaceuticals, and we feel that wide scale impact getting created. So yeah, it makes us very happy. We have a great office, we have a great team.
What's the vision for Bizongo? I think Bizongo's already way up there and ahead of the curve, but moving forward, what are the expectations?
The expectations are actually just doing a lot more of what we already do. not losing steam, not being extremely, trying to focus too many things at once. I think what we do as of this moment, we're already doing it in a great fashion. We target a large number of brands. We work with large e-commerce brands, large fruit brands, large FMCG brands, and there's a reason that we're able to do that, because they trust in our mission and vision in a very wholesome way. So not lose track of that basic objective, keep doing what we're already doing in a much greater fashion. I think that in itself would be a difficult thing to do, but we are extremely enthusiastic to get there.
Bizongo's really made a mark in the packaging sector, and I see no looking back for this company. Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you. All the best.
Pleasure.
With that, it's a wrap on today's episode of India's most admired and trusted brands. We'll be back with more such inspirational stories. Till then, keep watching India Today Television.